Hey guys, what is going on? It is your girl, Miss JL Diamond, and I am here for the first episode of JL Diamond's Creative Corner. I got my vibe going. I got my Maxwell Fortunate. We're going to have to bring that down to taste. I got my candles, I got my music, and basically what I wanted to do here is just basically fulfill all my heart's desires. I'm in 2025 and I am no longer going to stop or think about doing things and not doing them because I'm concerned about, am I doing too much? Am I not doing enough or overthinking it? So I had this thought. So here we are. And what this is basically is going to be, I've done so many videos. Oh, excuse me. I got my hair. Speaking of, wait, before we even start, I just want to give a shout out to anybody in California who is dealing with the fires. We're going to say a quick prayers up. Father God, please protect those whose homes have already been taken. We pray that they find solace and they find a place of peace and restoration. And those who are in the midst of trying to salvage their things, we pray for everybody in the California community. All right. That's first and foremost. And so now that I've said that, let me get back to what this is. So JL Diamond's Creative Corner is basically the poetry, the music, the dance, and some travel experiences that I have encountered. And like I said, 2025, so much has happened in 2024. I am not going to hesitate on doing what I love or what God has called me to do or what I just feel in my heart. And I implore you all to do the same. You feel me? So today we're gonna focus on a little bit of poetry. I got some videos to show y'all from a couple of my books, and also we're gonna talk a little bit about Thailand. That's where I was at on my Q4 trip, is what I like to call it. You feel me? So I hope you guys enjoy. Share. Let me know you in the building if you watching, and let's get into it because I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I got my water and my Cookie House cookies, if anybody know about King's Plaza Energy on that. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is check out this poem that I wrote called Drunk Moment. However, my cousin, the dope Jordan Hendricks, did the recitation of it. So he made this for me because that's annoying me. He he performed this. This was actually supposed to be performed at my book launch before COVID hit. This poem is from my very first book called Get Out of My Head. And he was supposed to perform this, and he actually sent over the video that I'm about to play to let me know, like, yo, are we good? Is everything good? And so I didn't get a chance. Hopefully in the future we will. But for right now, exclusive on JL Diamond's Corner, I give you Jordan Hendricks with his interpretation of Drunk Moment, written by me, JL Diamond, from my book, Get Out of My Head.
I have all these emotions and my heart can't contain them. But that's a weakness in this world, so I train my mind to restrain them. I go along life smiling and no one knows the pain of feeling stifled but justifiably self-imposed. Until that moment I drink too much, then I talk too much. I spew direct messages that sound like mixed signals, but to avoid being caught up, the onlooker decides to go emotionally Dutch. I have to pay for this tab, my conversational rough draft. Because I didn't take the time to finalize my heart and mind, the words fall to the floor like broken glass. All because I have these emotions in my heart and I cannot contain them. But that's a weakness in this world, so I train my mind to restrain them. But all hell breaks loose when you hit that devil's juice. Wake up wondering, was I just under the influence? Or was I speaking the truth?
Now, if y'all wasn't feeling that, there's a problem, okay? Shout out to my cousin Jordan Hendricks, who did his interpretation of Drunk Moment, written by me. And that is from my first book, Get Out of My Head. And I appreciated him so much that he did that. And if you want to get that book, you can definitely go on my website, designedtocreate.org. Okay? But I just was like so proud of him. He's an actor, he's a model, and he definitely showed up and showed out for that. So the next one that we are going to listen to is actually from my second book, Spirit of a Woman. Now this one, because whenever we think about cheating, right, we usually hear, we usually hear it from the man's perspective, the female's perspective of the man cheating on them. So I wanted to put myself in the shoes of a married woman who cheated on her husband and what that would look like. What are the steps and what are the issues that they have to escalate through to get to resolution, and can resolution be found? So it's broken up into 3 stages of someone going through the process of admitting to cheating, and it's called Unvirtuous Moment. It's a play off of Proverbs 31 in the Bible, where they say, the virtuous woman has all these amazing qualities. And what happens when the virtuous woman makes a mistake? Is she no longer virtuous? Does she wear the scarlet letter? Does she get cast out and no longer forgiven? And we always hear about the woman's pain, but we never really hear about the man's pain when he has to deal with forgiving his wife for infidelity when he didn't step out. So I just wanted to explore, put myself in the shoes. I am not a married woman, and cheating, no, I guess the closest I've ever gotten to cheating is when I was like 16 in high school. You're talking to another guy, but I mean, that was like 16 in high school. But yeah, so let's get into this. This one is called Unvirtuous Moment. All right, guys. Secret and discretion. My heart didn't want to cheat. You gave me everything I needed. The problem lies with me. And I won't hide under the guise of I didn't mean it, or the spirit's willing and the flesh is weak. You married a good woman, but I tainted family and loyalty. What's worse for you? That it happened, or that I kept it tucked away? Laid with you every night, locking eyes while you gently stroked my face. Whether it was a one-time or brief affair, would that change the stakes? Is it easier to forgive if I gave permissive revenge, even out the mistake? Because I want you. I want us and everything that we've built. Our foundation was on solid ground. I've put it on the slope of a hill. You can't even look at me. The woman you once lusted, you now look in disgust. Once told me, we don't have anything if we don't have trust. Please don't leave. Baby, let's talk. Don't just sit there. Say something. Yell at me. Let it out. Let's choose couples therapy over divorce lawyers. Dinner with the kids instead of visitation by court orders. Living the death do us part instead of starting over. If I'm the woman you still love, we can find a way to move forward. I've been a good woman up till now, and I'll do anything to prove it. Even the wise sometimes can be foolish. No pride or ego dwells here. I come to you humbly. I married a God-fearing man. please revisit 1 Corinthians 13. Extend some grace. I know it won't be easy, but you're my forever. And with this stain, I hope you still see me. The ball is in your court, and I wholeheartedly am hoping that you can separate a virtuous woman from an unvirtuous moment. Let me tell you, I gotta snap it up for myself. I'm about to go into some acting classes because at this point, I see that I can make it do my thug thistle. Okay? No, but seriously, that was a virtuous moment from my first book, Get Out of My Head. And like I said, I wanted to explore what it would be like if a woman was begging for forgiveness for her husband for infidelity. And as I was writing it, I was like, oh, this is ugly, right? It made me feel like I don't ever want to be in that situation because the trust being broken, that having to explain yourself and having to rebuild what you broke, that's a hard pill to swallow. And then if the person doesn't forgive you, like you can't even be mad at them. Yeah, I don't want to ever be in that position, but I enjoyed writing it and putting myself in the shoes of it. All right, so I was going to do 3. But before we get to the third thing, I am going to talk a little bit about travel, right? Because tonight we're talking about poetry, travel, and music. So we did some poetry. I'm going to get into a little travel. Now, if y'all know where I went for my Q4 trip, y'all know that I went to the good old Thailand. And so one of my biggest highlights was my time with the elephants. Please, people, go to Phuket, go to Thailand, enjoy the beaches. Went to this beach, Maya Beach. This beach was the beaches with Leonardo DiCaprio. This is where that was shot. Then I was on Fifi Islands. That was amazing. It's a whole vibe. And yes, I was making sure I did all the things. And this was an amazing experience where I actually like got on a swing and was swinging like off of a cliff. And it was so awesome. Thailand. I will say now, for the people who look for the Can I bus, they had weed dispensaries on every block, about 6 of them. So I was surprised. I wasn't expecting Thailand to be that type of vibe, but it definitely was. The place, super inexpensive. If I had another bag, I probably would have did some more shopping. The food, I'm not going to lie, I'm not a crazy foodie, so I didn't really experiment too much. I ordered shrimp fried rice like I would at the Thai restaurant in New York City, okay? But it was amazing, and I will say I've been a lot of places with some beautiful beaches, but I will say Thailand has gotten my number 1 spot. Okay, so I want you guys to put on your bucket list Thailand because it was awesome. And Phuket. I didn't do Bangkok, but I definitely have heard great things about Bangkok. So if you have an opportunity to even go to Bangkok, I would love for somebody to do it and let me know what's up. For Thailand, I will say do the island tours because that's how you get to see all of the locations that I saw, the Maya Beach, the Fifi Islands, and you don't have to worry about doing too much traveling like by yourself with it. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed those 2 poems. And I hope you enjoyed the traveling segment. Has anybody been to Thailand? Oh, let me check my messages. Who's this? Oh, hi, Mama. How you doing? How you doing? I'm glad everybody is here. And I am praying that everybody is enjoying themselves. I am told, again, I will repeat, this is the JL Diamond's Creative Corner. And what we are doing here is that I want everybody to get in with the poetry and the music that I've created. And I want people to be able to have this moment where I talk about a bunch of different things. And so I'm going to end it off with one video. And the video is kind of near and dear to me because it is a trip when I went to Cali. I actually stayed, for some people who know, I went to Cali for a couple of months. And I stayed there with my cousin. And my cousin has passed away. And I was in Englewood, and he basically let me stay out there, and it was just a dope vibe. So I appreciated the time that I had in California. It was my second home. It was my second love, and it inspired me while I was working on a project called Thinking Out Loud. And Thinking Out Loud was a mixtape that I made. Some of you guys may know about it. Some of you might not. But if you don't, you can go on my YouTube. So please go on my YouTube and subscribe so that you could be in the know for whatever I got going on Facebook and YouTube. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I told y'all I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to go to the final video. And that video is going to be Cali Dreaming. All right?
Right about now, I'm Cali Dreaming.
Where we going in your mind today, Fee?
Cali Dreaming.
Venice Beach. Yeah, how was the shit? Santa Monica.
It was a month after my birthday when I decided it was time. Though we in the middle of COVID-19, the moment was prime. See, I headed to California. Going to November, I'm a Leo, so we always down for an adventure. Only thing on the agenda, do everything you wanna do. Leave no stone unturned in case it's the only go round for you. When I say this was destiny, everything in the stars align. Time to connects, projects, seeing all I had in mind. I saw the Lakers win a check, then Dodgers win the series. Celebrating in the midst of world's pain, felt so eerie. Showed the boulevard, adorned with Courtyard. Nipsey's face all through Crenshaw, they still rap the marathon. It was hard to see the hood for what it was, looking at the palm trees. Hard to picture a drive by with sun hitting in summer breeze. But I felt the energy, and it felt familiar. See, I'm a Brooklyn girl, but I sensed to get real here. Couldn't decide who had the better grub, Inglewood or Compton. Dulons was the shit, but Johnson's gave a run for their money. God give it up the Watts for the tacos. Mama cook in the front yard. Dame dos ponele un botella de agua. Lermet Park went for the culture. Sunday festivals in the park. I'm a New York chick for life, but LA got my heart. Thinking Cali is just fun and bitches. Damn, Pac, now that song hit different. See, Pac, you my favorite, and every song I feel it. But walking where you've walked, I feel like I lived it. Every week I picked a different beach to watch the sunset. Had to hit West Holly, poke my name, now I'm on deck. I took the stage, make some waves, experience I can't explain. I took the stage, make some waves, experience I can't explain. It's been a dream of mine since I was 9. You go to show, don't give up, you'll get there in due time. Found out this was love, not an infatuation of lust. So I ain't ready to let you go, Cali. It ain't over for us, just an intermission.
So hot, so my burrito, baby.
I'm going,
Ain't no dogs back there, though.
back to Cali, Cali. I'm going back to Cali, Cali. I'm going back to Cali, Cali. I'm going back to Cali, Cali.
That was it. That was Cali Dreamin' off of my Thinking Out Loud mixtape. And as you see, there was a lot. That was a very personal video for me. I had my cousin from San Diego. What's up? Oh, Janice, you try to make me cry when try to make me cry in real life? Yes. We showing love to my uncle, my cousin, Kevin at the end that you saw. So yes, thank you. So just a FYI, everything that I'm showing in JL Diamond's Creative Corner, I've written, I've edited, I've recorded, I've shot, I've done everything with it. Okay. So this is the ability for me to give you guys some context, give you guys some commentary. You guys can ask me some questions about what's going on and, just get some real one-on-one about what the creative is going through during the process. But Cali Dreamin', I love Cali. The food was amazing. If you've seen in the video, I was even on the corner eating out of people's houses. Okay. Something I wouldn't do if I was out the country, but I trusted LA. And it was good. Them tacos was hitting. But other than that, yeah, it was an amazing time. I enjoyed Cali so much. I appreciate the experience. God aligned it so that I could stay out there for 2 months. And I did so much creative work out there. It was dope. Again, shout out to my cousin Jordan Hendricks from the first video that you saw, who did my drunk moment. And I appreciate him so much. And there's so much to store. Okay, guys, this is just the first episode, just to give you a taste of what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do and where I'm headed with this. Okay. So before I go, though, I'm going to leave y'all with one book, one poem from my haiku book. We did 2 from my first 2 books, but here's one from my haiku book. This is a Black girl's thoughts in haiku form. Okay, get into it. Please understand that y'all can definitely go to my website, designtocreate.org, so that y'all could come and get in tune with my new products and, my merch. All right. So this is: more I become it, less I speak on being it. I rest in my am. I'm going to do that one more time. More I become it, less I speak on being it. I rest in my am. So that is just to say, a lot of time it's a little bit of a double entendre, right? The first meaning of it is, a lot of times we're always talking about what we want to do, what we want to be, where we're gonna go. But when you are embodying that, when you are moving where you're supposed to be going, when you are doing it instead of talking about doing it, you don't have to speak about it, right? So the more I become it, the less I speak it, because I am it, right? And for 2025, that's my energy. All 2025. I don't want to have to tell y'all what I'm doing, because I am already doing it. Y'all are seeing me. And the last part of the haiku says, I rest in my am. If we are familiar in biblical speak, when God speaks, they say, who are you? He says, tell them I am that I am. Like, I don't need to define it. I don't need to go through any full explanation. I am everything. Everything is me. I am that I am. Okay. And so that's the double meaning to it. As me, as a woman of God, and God lives in me, I am. So I'm resting in my I am. I am resting in everything that God made me. Right. And I implore that everyone rest in what God made you in this 2025 year. There's so much going on in 2020 that went on in 2024. So many things, so many people that were lost. And in 2025, here we are. And again, prayers up to California. Already is, things are not everybody's new year starting off great. So we want to say prayers for anyone who is dealing with any loss, any grief, any sadness, any pain, any hurt, and anxiety. And I pray that JL Diamond's Creative Corner can inspire you in some way and somehow to keep moving, keep pushing, and to do what you need to do to inspire others. Peace and blessings, y'all. Thank you for joining me on my first episode of JL Diamond's Creative Corner. Peace.